world country gets his hut blown up by a bunch of terrorists, and then literally, I've seen on these mission videos, even you want to really be lifted up, go to voicetothemartyrs.com and watch people who've been arrested, killed, and put in prison and lived in poverty, yet they have joy and satisfaction in Jesus. It's not the surroundings, it's the core. And that's what we have to realize. Yes, there are things that set us back, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. It's the core that has to be dealt with. Because I've seen some of the same people that blame their spouse, their wife, their parents, or whatever. They change location, they change situation, they get a new spouse, they get a new thing, they get a new that, and guess what? Sometimes they find the exact same old problems. Because deep down, there's something I got to work with in the core. And I've seen many people trapped in this cycle. You know, I was at the other church when I was part-time, and I started getting more hours at the church. I had to leave my full-time job that I was in, and then I started doing a little website business on the side. I remember doing code on a website and these long lines of code, and sometimes, man, if you put in a period in the wrong spot, if you put a colon or a parenthesis or something in the wrong spot, sometimes you'll flip on your website and look at your work, it's be a blank screen. You killed the whole thing. And you had to dig through all these lines of code, and there was one tiny little thing in the core. There was a chain reaction just messing up everything in the whole website. And this is why sometimes we want to look at things on the outside, but the things that are coming out are reflecting what's going on in the core. In the same way, see, we can be religious and this can happen. In Matthew 23, we learned about this 2 weeks ago, but also in Matthew 23, Jesus still calling out the scribes, the guys that, copied the Bible, studied the Bible, and the Pharisees. He called them hypocrites. He said in Matthew 23:27, he says, "Woe to you, scribes and hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs. Outwardly you appear beautiful, but within you are full of dead people's bones and all kinds of filthiness. You are outwardly appear righteous to others, but deep within you, you're full of hypocrisy and lawlessness." See, the Pharisees look good on the outside. They look religious and clean cut. But then they